Alright gang, so now that we are properly medicated, let's talk about this video of like a 420. And like a 420, I fuck with the dude. Honestly, I love the YouTube channel. I think he's a good dude. I just wanted to speak a little bit about this video and what he says about Drew, especially the part where he talks about DrewIsSharing. So this video is him asking WeedTubers for advice, right? Like just kind of a twist on a classic video concept. Pretty cool. And so let's just take a quick look at the few responses that he had. Sorry for that image stop. That wasn't what I wanted. So Q-Pins telling him, find your own voice, don't be afraid to experiment, YouTube is bullshit, stay positive, all that good stuff. And honestly, I think it's great that he did that. But let's talk about some of the responses that he got. So Tim Brown, I'm gonna let you read the messages, but most of them, as you can see, they're about finding your own voice, staying true to yourself and to your community.
Follow your heart, do what you love, and don't listen to the haters.
Follow your heart, do what you love, stuff like that. He also asks LMC, be different, work hard and do something else never no one has ever done before. So all of it very valid idea. And then we get to DrewIsSharing, and I wanted to talk about this because I think Drew, unfortunately, unknown to him, I think he represents a lot of things that I think are wrong right now with the cannabis community on YouTube. So let's take a look.
In the UK, and he sent over a whole 6-minute video, which,
yeah, he sent a whole video, so a whole 6-minute video. Let's take a look.
There's a few things. There's a reason why I don't only release age-restricted videos. Like, YouTube has like an AI system that scans your YouTube video, and if you smoke in it or if you show bud, sometimes I even have YouTube Shorts where there's just too much smoke around me and it age restricts the video. It is really, really dumb. But they have an AI that just scans your video, and I guess it's either if it gets enough reports, or maybe like a certain view count, or maybe it just takes a while to do it, because a lot of the time for me it's not instant. But that it even happens to me on unlisted videos. So I post a video.
So already, I mean, sure, why not? He's the only one not talking about like passion and doing what you like and anything like a little deeper than just knowing how to abuse the YouTube algorithm. I mean, I say abuse, it's not really abuse, it's more like how to use it right, because the algorithm is kind of abusive if you think about it. But anyway, like, you can already see kind of a difference. Like, he's only talking about how to make views, how to make the money, how to actually make the thing, and it's like, okay, cool, but don't you have anything to say about passion? I mean, don't you have anything to say about, like, that's literally everything that those YouTubers before they said. They all said at least once something about passion, something about the culture of cannabis, something about being passionate about it and being yourself. But so far, he's only talking about how to optimize your view count, right? And it's like, that's not all there is to it. But let's take a look.
It already gets age restricted. So I guess that links into advice number 2, is YouTube Shorts are like all you. And I think definitely take this from me in a sense, but I would say I'm probably one of the faster growing WeedTubers out there in like the last year. And it's because, number one, I'm super
also that, like, I've heard him say that a few times, or at least this time, and in another podcast that he did with someone that I'm going to talk about in a little bit, where the guy in the podcast basically asked him, so basically you're like one of the biggest, if not the biggest weed YouTuber like on the planet right now, and Joe's like, yeah, I guess, but it's like, no, obviously you're not, and I'm pretty sure you know that you're not the biggest YouTuber on earth, and I mean weed YouTuber on the platform, and you're definitely probably not the fastest growing one on the platform. I mean, depends what your definition of growing is. If you're talking about views, likes, subscribers, I mean, the stats can be pretty different. But I've heard him say that a few times, and I think maybe I don't know. It feels like maybe he doesn't know all the YouTubers that are out there and are like way bigger than him. Like, I don't know, like he probably knows who Eric Khan is because he made videos with him, and he probably also knows Dopas Yola and Goblin and like the Pine Pod podcast, and like all of these people that have way more views, way more subscribers than him, were there way before him. I mean, there is a lot like other YouTube channels about weed that are a lot bigger than him, and I don't know, it just seems weird that he seems to think that he's literally one of the biggest weed channel on earth. He seems to literally think that, but whatever.
Consistent, you've got to be really consistent. I'll talk about that soon. But number two, I sort of got into doing shorts, and the shorts are really good because you don't have to make them age restricted, you don't have to show any bud, and you can upload a video unlisted, and then just, it doesn't have to be unlisted, you can make the video public, but you can link a short to another video, so the video you link can be...
All right, and right there we're getting into another problem with, I want to say specifically Drew, even though he's probably not the only one guilty of that thing, but Drew, when he talks about shorts, he knows what the fuck he's talking about, because he's one of the people that, like, he's spamming shorts constantly on his YouTube channel. Like, it's actually kind of insane, like how much shorts he does. And I think people maybe don't realize, and because he doesn't say it, I thought I maybe talk about this later, but I'm just not gonna mention it now. Most of these shorts, from what I understand, or at least some of them, 100% for sure, some of them are paid ads from the plugs or the shops or whoever gave them or gave him the product. And he literally never, not in one shorts, specify that it was given to him either for free or he was paid to do it and to review it. And this is not only illegal, like, you know, from a YouTube standpoint, you have to disclose your sponsorship, and when you get, when you're literally doing an ad, like, you know, I'd like to know when I'm watching an ad, but he's not doing it. He's not doing that. Now, of course, it's a little bit weird because, you know, you can't really show weed on YouTube. Like, weed on YouTube is still really strange. Just be like, because you can, in a lot of countries, because for example in the Netherlands, we know that he's been giving a lot of stuff for free, and then I know that by doing some pretty extensive research. If you go onto some Reddit posts, and if you find some forums and some Discords and stuff like that, you can find people that work in some pretty big coffee shops that have met Drew in the past, and they told us basically that he gets into coffee shops, get everything for free, and get out. He doesn't really hang out in the coffee shop. He doesn't really stay there, you know. He's not really active within the community. He just kind of gets his own thing and then gets the fuck out, which I think is kind of weird. So, you know, there is like, well, you know, he doesn't disclose the fact that he's doing paid ads. Like most of them, he's probably getting paid to do it, and he's never disclosing it. So yeah, he's never disclosing it, but you know, once again, I get it. Like in the Netherlands, weed is still illegal, so you can't really say they gave me that for free, because like I don't think you're even able, like allowed to do ads for weed stuff in the Netherlands, because like for example, coffee shop, they can't advertise weed on the front of the shop. Like you can't even have a weed, like you can't even have weed in the coffee shop name. You know what I mean? You can't even have a weed logo on it. You have to be, it has to be pretty discreet. It doesn't have to be too much, you know. So I get it. There is some legal reason, but honestly, like, still, like, I think he could maybe just say something in the description. He could maybe, you know, but no, he chooses to never says anything, even if it's in other countries where it would probably be legal to say it. He was gave that for free or something like that, but I've never seen him disclose any partnership ever, when we know that he did a lot of them. So this is already pretty sus. So if you're a long-time follower of Drew, you know that there is also the whole thing with the space cakes. So Drew did, as you can see, some shorts talking about space cakes and eating edibles and stuff like that. And basically, well, I'm just going to show this one because it's a pretty good example.
I'm in Amsterdam right now, and are the space cakes in these coffee shops actually any good? Let's find out. Can I get one of the space brownies as well? Last piece, no foolery here. I'll see what I'm saying in 2 hours. Boy, it's been like an hour and a half here, and I definitely feel it.
Alright, so I think you probably already know where I'm going with this if you're an edible person. Especially if you're an edible person and an Amsterdam person. If you love edibles and if you love Amsterdam, you already know what I'm going to talk about. Yes, space cakes in Amsterdam are extremely low on THC content. And they're really not made to actually get you high. Actually, like if you're an actual smoker though. Most people, and when I say most people, I mean like, I don't know, probably 80% of smokers or stuff like that go into Amsterdam, these type of cakes don't do shit. And they've been criticized for it quite a lot. If you go on Reddit or like I said on the Discord, and if you find those communities of people that love Amsterdam and talk about it constantly, you will quickly realize that edibles in Amsterdam are not really held into like any high regards by any mean. So I don't know, he's definitely been criticized in the shorts comments for that, not only in this one but in a few other ones when he's talking about edibles and taking edibles, because I'm not the only person who makes edibles and knows a little bit about edibles that is watching him. And you can see in the comments that every time there's like a few people that are like, what? Definitely capping, bro. Like, how can you get any sort of effect with that low amount when you're like smoking pure weed all the time? You know what I mean? So, kind of weird. There is also a possibility that it just has like a very low, very, very low tolerance to edible. Smoking tolerance and edible tolerance don't necessarily cross. Like, if you smoke a lot, doesn't necessarily affect your edible resistance, and you know, vice versa. But from what I could tell, there's definitely a few short, at least one or two, where I was like, yeah, that's definitely cap. He's definitely exaggerating here. He's definitely not actually getting that high. It's just a little weird.
Age restricted, and you can just title the video, click here to see whatever. That's what I do, and then people can actually see the flower. You can have a video that goes in recommended, because that is what you're trying to do. You're trying to get into recommended. I'll try to send over some stats from me, but that's what you're trying to do. And I guess that my stats aren't the greatest right now, because the end of summer is always the worst time for me for stats, because obviously everyone's trying to like utilize the last bit of summer. It has then been going up, but I try.
Now, I'm not going to talk about this for very long. Just little thing here. He's the only one, again, talking about stats. He's the only one talking about numbers, and pretty much that's the only one he's talking about. So far, at least. I mean, let's see what he has to say next. Maybe he's going to talk about something, maybe he's going to talk about passion, maybe he's going to talk about what you can do to, like, maybe differentiate yourself in the field. Let's just give it a chance.
Send some, like, general stats over, but yeah, you have to try getting the algorithm. You have to try getting recommended. The way you get recommended is by having long watch time. With the shorts, I try and make sure that my shorts are like above 95% average watch time. And I think even if I get 95%, it says it's bad. So you have to try and make it so that people are watching the whole thing. That's why even though you can have a minute long short, I try and make mine short and sweet, under 30 seconds. So that way people just watch all the way to the end. It's 100%. And maybe sometimes people rewatch it. That's kind of the goal.
See what I mean? Like, he's focusing on stats, on people rewatching his videos. Like, what? He's focusing on average percentage viewed. Like, I get it. YouTube is also about the stats, but that's not all there is, man. Yeah, you get to, you know, get the attention of people and make them watch the thing until the end, and you know, try to, like, you know, like bro, like, can't you spend any like time and energy and, you know, in finding original concepts to do instead of doing the same thing over and over, just unpacking weed, smoking it, and saying like, oh, it's pretty good, oh, it's bad, oh, like, I mean, come on, like, it's just feeling pretty sad at this point. But yeah, let's go.
It's 100%, and maybe sometimes people rewatch it. That's kind of the goal. Now, again, consistency. I think this is like a huge part of YouTube. If you're not consistent, then that's it. You may as well just give up, because I have been making YouTube videos for what, like 13 years, and there were literally years where I probably uploaded 7 videos, 8 videos. How are you ever expecting your videos to do well if you're doing that? And you can have times where you upload every day and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't get any full videos. So originally my shorts did worse than my normal full videos. like maybe like 280,000 subs, and even then, because it's shorts, it's like a different kind of algorithm to your normal full videos. So originally my shorts did worse than my normal full videos, but because in this last year and a half since I started the shorts, I'm so consistent with the shorts compared to my full videos that my shorts now do better than my full videos, right?
Like, see, like that to me is such a sad statement. Like, you spend so much time on shorts doing undisclosed ads and weird reviews about space cakes and shit, and now you're focusing solely on that. You know, like, he spammed shorts so much that now basically his channel is basically a short channel. He's basically a short content creator, and that's, to me, that's really fucking sad. And just try and understand that I'm not coming from a place of hate here. I know it's probably seem like it, and you know, I understand it. There's probably a little bit of that in there, but I'm originally simply, sincerely just a fan of Drew. I fucking love the dude. I at least I used to, and because I can relate to him, or at least I could, where, you know, he used to talk about how drugs and how he stopped it, and when he had like dreads and shit. Like, I watched him at that time, like really years ago, and I could really relate to him in a lot of different ways, with the drug abuse, with the smoking, with the everything, you know, all right? And so I was really passionate about his channel, and I was really passionate about his personalities and everything, and just seeing him become this person who's kind of dishonest with his own audience and doesn't disclose ads to his own audience, and you know, just is generally now more concerned about stats with his YouTube channel than anything else. I never see him really active in the comment section within his own community, except maybe when he live streams. But that, I mean, that's kind of the point of a live stream, is to be active with the chat. So like, otherwise you wouldn't even launch the stream. So, but yeah, I think what he's saying right now speaks volume, honestly.
Because I upload like 1 or 2 shorts every day, and because they're just in their algorithm every day, like I'm sure you guys have seen it, like sometimes I get sent pictures where it's like every single video in the shorts is mine. Like it's actually crazy. So yeah, consistency is key. Now there is stuff that I would love to see. Now one piece of advice specifically for you, Liger, you need to get a better microphone.
Now that, I have to say, I don't really understand. I think I'm like, what? Especially that, you know, his microphone is pretty decent. Like, he's better than yours in this video. I mean, obviously this video is just like a random ass video that he filmed in his car, but like, just saying, you know, I don't know, just saying. I think, Liger, I think your mic is fine, bro. You could get a better one, but I think so far it's fine. So yeah.
Although I feel like it has gotten better quality with you recently, so I don't know if like you have done some sort of upgrade recently, but it could definitely be better. The microphone is almost better than video a lot of the time. In you know, Cali, in Oregon, Washington, how is there not somebody in each state that's going around dispensary hopping trying to find the best dispo, like, and doing like a big haul? Like, I think one of my favorite videos ever is Dopazola's,
and he was just basically talking about how he missed the old type videos where people just go around, smoke weed, and when Dopazolo spent like $1,000 in a dispensary once, which I have to say, I really like this video too, and I kind of agree with that. I think people should maybe go back to this kind of content. So yeah.
Spending $1,000 in Connected, that's a really good video. Even though in this day and age, I feel like you'd have to have the video like a lot more choppy, fast paced to like keep people's attention and stuff. But
right, and that's, I think, that also speaks volume of truth. He's like, if you were to do this video today, you probably had to make it very fast-paced with a lot of cuts, to maintain viewer intention. It's like, is that your only goal, man? Like, that's literally everything he talked about in this video is stats. The other things, just get a better mic and try to do the type of video that Dopaziola used to do. That's basically the only thing that he said. The rest is just statistics and how to optimize your views with shorts, and you know, how to get the people to stick on your channel the more and more and more and more, and stuff like that, and get their attention and waste their time again and again with stupid shorts and stuff like that. I mean, I'm getting a bit worked up talking about this, but I think it's just so sad, man. It's just so fucking sad to see him like this, to see that he became a person like that seems dishonest, not really interested within his own community, not really interested in bettering his YouTube channel or the quality of his video in general. And yeah, I'm just quite disappointed in the dude. And well, we're getting to the end of the video here, so I might as well just end it.
I would love to see some stuff like that. I would love to see just people showing off their local stuff. I see that's buy loads of import, show off loads of import, but
So the video cut out there at the end.
And that's how it ends. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I think I made my point pretty clear. I'll probably talk about it maybe another time. I mean, there is like quite a lot of things to say about it. I'll probably make another probably smaller, shorter video about the podcast that I talk about, when he says that he's probably like the guy in the podcast telling that he's probably like the biggest YouTuber on the planet, or stuff like that. I mean, I think in this podcast there is a few things that are really interesting to say, I mean, to listen to, and I wish at least I would like to talk about. So I'm just gonna talk about this in the next video. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, take care, stay high.